Mark Robinson, all the fans, staff and players rightly elated at the final whistle with another late equaliser, but what do you make of the overall display?
I thought we started bright enough, first 10, 15 minutes, but then we kind of, we went away from what we'd worked on a little bit. As you know, the Burton game, I said that they changed their style and we played with two number 10s, and then we had to change that to play with width. Today we wanted to play with width, and I just felt we did our own thing a little bit, and we needed to play with that width, not having a natural centre forward, and we kind of started doing our own thing, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I thought the difference between the two teams was when they attacked, they just had more purpose behind what they did, and ours kind of fizzled out a little bit, but I didn't think there was a great gap between the two sides the first half. But I just think they had more purpose when they went forward than we did.
And what about the team selection? Obviously Adam Presley was on the bench today. Yeah. What was the thinking? Was he fit or was he not quite there?
Yeah, it was just a little bit precautionary because he's had a tear in his quad, and the thinking was a little bit, if we didn't need to use him today, I would have probably gone without him to give him those extra few days because we can't afford to lose him. Obviously not having Ollie. So, we worked in training, the boys had looked good in that shape. So if anything, it was like, well, could we get away with not using him because we couldn't afford to lose him, but we had to bring him on, and he seems absolutely fine. So it was just a little bit precautionary really, Chris.
Steve Salah spoke during the week about positive messages. What about after the final whistle today? Do you just talk up the great fight back again, or do you look at other aspects?
No, we've got to talk about how, because the character's great, the fight backs are great because it shows there's character there. But, we're talking about how we can further implement what we want to do. So we're going 1 and 2 up, and then we're talking about how we, see games out and we win games. Obviously, go back to winning games. So, as I said, though, I think the challenge point has changed for our lads now. As I said, I don't think we're looked at as relegation fodder, and the challenge point's changed, and that's part of our learning. So I've just been interviewed out there. As I said, I think their average age was 27, 28, and ours is 22, 23. And I think I said to the lads, possibly the one thing that we did wrong at the start of the season was saying, "Oh, we're not young." We are young. We're young and we're learning. And we need to get better at things, and as long as they come in every day and keep listening and learning and taking more and more responsibility, we're only going to grow.
What would these fans be like if we started winning matches at this place?
That was the other thing I said in there. There isn't a ground in the country or the world possibly that's celebrating a draw like that. I've got to be honest, at 2-2 at one point I thought I missed the goal. I missed the goal. Yeah. And if you walked into the ground in the 89th minute, you would think we were winning 3-2 and come back from 2-0 down. But I honestly believe that's because they do understand that we're trying to build something here, and they do understand that we're young and we're learning. And again, I had someone interview me and say, "Oh, would you like that 28, 29-year-old experienced player, etc." And they're not things, possibly we would, but we haven't got 5, 6, 7 grand a week for that. So, and that's not a gripe, that's just where we are. So I think the fans are fully aware of that. They know we're growing, and I've been given this job to make that development happen as quick as possible. And as I said, they're a great bunch of lads, and we're having great conversations after, and they want to get better, and there's things that they need to learn to love to do that they don't quite love well enough now, but it's not because it's just where they are. It's just where they are. They're young players learning their trade.
And Rudy's certainly starting to catch fire with the goals, isn't he? He's been really pleased with that aspect of his game now.
Yeah, and we used him as an example. I said he's going to play 300 or 400 games where he's going to play a lot better than that, but fundamentally he kept at it and he's got his goal, and that is another thing I'm saying to lads. You've got to understand that sometimes you might go home absolutely knackered and you've put in a shift. On the ball you've done very little, but we've come away with 3 points or a point, and that's the kind of learning they got to understand. You look at Barry Bannon there, I think he's 32 now, playing the Premier League, and he's absolutely covering every blade of grass, and he's a quality footballer, but he's still at that age. He's played at the top level, he's now playing League One, and he's got exactly the same mentality. So it's those positive reinforcement things we've got to get across to the lads.
On a different subject, players wearing black armbands today. talk us through what that was all about?
Yeah, just we found out this morning that Joe Piggott had lost his dad, and you know, Joe's still very much part of our family here. We're still in contact, and we just wanted to, you know, show our commiserations. We've done a video for Joe, and as I said, he's very much part of the family. His dad used to come down and watch us training all the time. So yeah, we just wanted to let him know that we're there for him, and you know, when he needs us.
Yeah, I was going to say that was your regular, wasn't it? Training sessions last season.
Yeah.
I've seen him myself.
Yeah, he used to come down, he used to bring his chair down and sit and watch us train, and I think Joe appreciated that, and you know, and he used to love talking. I always had a chat with him after about the football and stuff. So yeah, it was just, as I said, to show our commiserations and make sure Joe knows that we're all behind him and we're there for him.